Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Once again, this is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and we're on our powerful business strategy mission today with Michael Barbarita, Next Step CFO, and we're on mission for our 2027 strategic plan. So let's talk about it, Michael.
Thank you, Dean. What happens is a lot of business owners start planning for the following year, if at all, by the way, in November and December. And what
is that like the New Year's resolution?
Yeah,
rather than a plan.
Yeah, it's similar to that, and that's what it ends up being, essentially, because 2027 ends up being the same year as 2026. So, starting your strategic plan, and you're planning for 27 in Q3, allows you the time to be able to make better decisions and to be able to understand the plan or get help with the plan. So, because I see what happens a lot is there's a lot of planning that goes on in November and December. For those who do it, by the way, there's some people who never plan, so that's going to just probably stay on forever. But those who do plan should consider starting in Q3 because they'll have more time to strategize. They'll have more time to really understand what's happened in the first half of 26 to be able to really negotiate their game plan. And what ends up happening is the quality of the plan ends up much better, and the probability of implementation increases with the longer time frame for planning. And so, even if you just start once a week and put an hour aside once a week for the 2027 plan, you'll be that much more ahead of the game come whenever you normally do it. For instance, whenever you normally do it. So it's just really a great way. Start early, because a lot of business owners, for those who do it at all, they just cram it in. They cram it in, and it's just not it just doesn't work well. And what ends up happening is the year ends up being the same as it's always been.
So, what other advice do you have to give people so that they could be fully prepared for 2027?
Well, there's a couple of things I want to talk about in addition to the planning component, and that is what I find is best known beats best product every time. So if you look at McDonald's, they don't have the best burger. Domino's doesn't have the best pizza. Dr. Phil isn't even the best psychologist in the world. He's not even close. I have asked multiple psychologists about Dr. Phil's skill in psychology, it's really low. It's really low. But
I'm not a fan, so I'm with you.
Okay. He's the highest paid psychologist in the world.
Yeah.
And he is because he's best known.
And there's only one reason for that. You know the reason, right?
That's right. Yeah.
He was personally groomed by Oprah to be who he is.
Right.
But I can say that he probably isn't ranked as one of the top psychologists in the world.
He's definitely not. By the way, surveys have already been done. He's not even in the top 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, surveys among peers have been done. He's not in the top 1,000.
That's wild.
Right. But he's the highest paid because he's the best known. And you have to be known. It's not really how the quality of your product. Domino's Pizza. A lot of people don't. If you had to rank pizzas, Domino's would probably not even close to the top 3. Yet they're very wide, they're tremendously successful. But they're one of the reasons why they are successful is they're best known, and they have compelling offers, like the one that they did for the college kids, where 30 minutes we'll deliver it or it's free. Those types of compelling offers also obviously help them to become best known. So anyway, best known will beat best product every time. So that's number one I want us to share. The second thing I wanted to share is something that business owners never think about. Never. A lot of business owners, when they started their business, they filled out credit applications with suppliers. Many of those credit applications included personal guarantees.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that business owners who have been in business 5 years or more need to go back to those suppliers and get them to waive the personal guarantee in writing. That the personal guarantee signed 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago is now waived. Why? Well, the reason for the personal guarantee is, you would consider, just starting out, you're considered a poor credit risk.
Yeah.
But having paid for 5 years on time or more, 10, 15, 20, 25, it's time now to waive the reason why you had a personal guarantee. And let me tell you why you have to do it. If for some reason you sell the company, you're going to be sued. If the new company is not, even though it's a different company, different name, you're going to get at least sued, if not pursued legally, for guaranteeing the debt. Granted, it was guaranteeing the debt of an old company, but you're still going to be pursued. You don't need it. You don't need it. You've got to go back to your suppliers, and if you forgot whether or not you filled out an application, or you forgot whether or not the application included a personal guarantee, because some don't, you still have to ask the supplier if they can come up with that application, because you want to review it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not in trouble. No trouble. That's just a question to the supplier. And if there's a personal guarantee, you need it waived. Period. End of report. Because you've proven that you pay your bills on time, and there's no need for them to have a personal guarantee on you anymore.
Yeah. I could tell you that my uncle was a very prominent attorney, and the first business I ever started, he said to me, don't ever sign a personal guarantee. Now, in today's day and age, I think a lot of times they require everybody to in the beginning, Well,
banks do for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But before it used to be, you could just say no, and you might still get the loan. But I was always told never to do that for a lot of reasons that you're talking about.
Right. And business owners, I had a client who was in business 25 years, 30 years, and he signed, I had him go back to all his supply because he wanted to sell his company. I had him go back to all his suppliers to get the personal guarantees waived. And so he did that. And there were, like, out of the 10 suppliers that he thought he had prepared applications for at the very beginning, 7 of them he actually did prepare applications, and 5 of them had personal guarantees that he got waived. And so he's now, with the new buyer, he's eliminating any hassle for his wife or his heirs or himself, eliminating any hassle.
Yeah.
Because he no longer has personal guarantees with suppliers. Because whoever buys the company, if they do a Mickey Mouse job, or if they're not good operators and they tank the company, he can get exposed. I've seen it. It sounds impossible, but it isn't.
No, it's not. And my uncle said to me, one of the problems with it is the whole reason you have a corporation is to not have personal liability. So what's the point if you're going to sign a personal guarantee of having the corporation if you're going to be personally liable anyway?
That's right. Yeah.
So how do people reach out for more information from you in this area or any other powerful business strategy area?
Yes. Well, they go to nextstepcfo.net. They can, on the upper right-hand corner, there's a diagnostic they could take. Takes less than 5 minutes. It identifies 3 strategies that your competition isn't doing, along with the financial impact of each. An explanation of the strategy as well, and how to go about implementing it. They can also download a copy of my book called Powerful Business Strategies. It's on the website. It's on the left-hand side, upper corner, in an orange button as well. And they can download that book for free.
Nice.
And also, if they'd like to do a book interview, because we're always updating the book and we'd love to get industry insight, it's 30 minutes on Zoom. I present strategies for my book, and then I ask one question at the end of each strategy. If a business owner in your industry would implement the strategy, what kind of impact would it have? I document it for the book, and that's it.
Nice.
And they go to nextstepcfo.net/contact, fill out the contact form, and in the description, put book interview.
Any final words you want to leave our listeners with, Michael?
Don't keep doing what your competition is doing.
Oh, there it is. No wiser words right there. Thank you, everybody. Make sure to check out Next Step CFO. Talk to Michael Barbarita. He can help your business in amazing ways. And thank you for once again listening to the Adventures of Pipeman Powerful Business Strategy segment right here on W4CY Radio.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.